This interview is being brought to you by teststrips.com. That's teststrips with a Z.com. Managing diabetes is your business. Making it affordable is theirs. You can turn your extra unused diabetes supplies into cash. Up to $50 per box by visiting teststripswithaz.com. All right, joining me right now, back in action, February 9th, we'll be taking on Rani Yahya in Melbourne, Australia. UFC 234, Ricky Simone is here. Ricky, how are you, man?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. How are the holidays, man? How is the new year? I know you got a fight coming up, but were you able to enjoy those couple of weeks at all, or was it pretty strict in terms of diet and training, etc.?
Might have been one of the first years in a while that I got to enjoy the holidays just a little bit. It was far enough out to where I got to have a little bit of food and pie.
What pie did you go with, or did you have multiple pies?
My fiance's mom makes a pecan pie, and that's the one I went with. It's delicious.
There you go, man. So we were supposed to see you back in November at the 25th anniversary show against Ricardo Ramos. And we found out a couple weeks before the event that he had to check out of the fight because he had a hand injury. When that happens, fighters always come out of the woodwork that are trying to get in there, whether they're trying to get into the UFC and take that short notice opportunity, or guys on the roster that are just looking to scrap. Was there any discussion about finding a replacement at all? Did any names get thrown your way at all?
No, nothing really. I think they were waiting to maybe postpone the date or just see what was going on with the injury. So I just kind of was in that stay ready mindset, and they came with an even better fight. So yeah, nothing to complain about for me.
Absolutely. Yeah. Obviously, this is a great fight. I like this fight because obviously he's got a lot of experience. He's quietly won 3 in a row, and I think like 8 out of his last 9 fights, something like that. But you're on a tear yourself, man. You've won 7 in a row, and I really like the matchmaking here because, he's a top 15 guy. He could move up the ladder, and you could kind of insert yourself being the young guy in, making your way up into the top 15 itself. What say you?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think people sleep on him a little bit. I think he's 7-1 at bantamweight. He's definitely one of those veterans that has that experience and can put you in trouble. So, but I feel like I'm the new breed, and I'm coming to take that 15 spot.
He's been kind of going back and doing research. He's been in the WEC/UFC banner for like 12 years now, since 2007. You were what, 14, 15 years old at the time he debuted in the UFC WEC era. When you were getting into the sport and kind of following along, was he a guy you watched? Were you aware of Rani Yahya at all?
Yeah, I've always been aware with him and his like slick jiu-jitsu, So it's pretty cool. I've said before, like I fought Chico Camus, and I was kind of a fan of his back in the day. His style and his tenacity, and then I got to fight him, and it's kind of the same thing. I admired Rani Yahya from afar, and now it's time for me to show that I'm one of the top bantamweights in the world.
Obviously you don't have to give away game plans or things like that, but it's, I won't say obvious, but the chances are pretty high that he's gonna set up his strikes in lieu of trying to take you to the ground and try to strangle you or submit you in some way. I don't think he's ever finished anybody via knockout or TKO in his career. So in a way, some of that danger may be out of the equation, but what he is great at, he really is great at. So what are some of the things that you've been working on in the gym, in training camp to get ready for this fight?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's any secret that he loves to get the fight to the ground. I think in that his last loss against Joe Soto, he tried to show that he can stand up a little bit. I think he wanted to be a little more of a crowd pleaser, and it didn't go his way. And so I think he got smart, and he's trying to take the fight right to the ground right away in his last three outings. So I mean, I feel like I'm very confident in my wrestling ability and my ability to dictate where the fight goes. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun opportunity to show off a little bit of my stand-up. I'm going to put the takedown defense on Rani Yahya. I'm going to force him to stand up with me, and I'm going to knock him out.
Like we said, he's ranked number 15th as it stands right now. So win on February 9th against a guy like that probably gets you into the rankings and puts you in a position for some bigger fights, some bigger names. Is that even on your mind right now? Like, you beat Yahya, crack the top 15? Because I personally feel like you're on the right trajectory in a very fun and intriguing division right now. Does the rankings even kind of cross your mind at this point?
I mean, just because once you get ranked, it means a lot of different things for your career, right? I feel like it means a lot as far as money and sponsors and everything. So yeah, it's definitely on my mind, but I'm never looking past opponents in that sense. But yeah, my goal in 2019 is to be ranked top 10. I want to climb that ladder, and I want to be competing for that belt here soon.
How do you get it done at UFC 234? How does it all play out? What intangible ingredient will be the difference in this fight?
Oh man, I think I'm just gonna be mean. I'm good at that. Once that door closes, I know how to fight. I know how to be mean. I don't think he can be able to take me down. Not with that single leg he has. He comes forward. He dives in on those shots, and that's not gonna work on me. I'm gonna sprawl and brawl, and I'm gonna finish Rani Yahya.
Have you been to Australia before, or is this going to be your first time heading over there?
My first time. I'm so excited. I told my manager, I said I want to be on this card, and the UFC, and my manager Jason has got it done, and I'm super pumped to get to travel. Even though it's going to be, to travel while you're cutting weight is tough, but it's going to be worth it. It's beautiful over there. I'm gonna stay an extra couple of days after and enjoy the fruits of my labor.
When you head out to Australia, I know you're going to plan on staying out there a couple extra days to enjoy the sights, because you can't really enjoy the sights until after the fight's over and after you do what you have to do. But in terms of like getting the time frame down and the time zones and everything, are you going to try to head out a little bit earlier than you normally would, or is it kind of business as usual for you?
About a week early, and try to get ready. I mean, I feel like that should be able to get it done, and mostly just with like that long travel time and the weight cut is the only thing. So as long as we get in there early enough and be able to flesh out and everything, I think it'll be business as usual.
You got fighting stuff to prepare for while you're planning a wedding. Do we have a date set yet, or what?
Yeah. I'm getting married in June, late June. So yeah, it's luckily my fiance takes care of most of that, and she asks my opinion here and there, and she looks like it matters. But yeah, she's great. She's one of those people that are just on top of everything, and I'm not. So it's a good mix we have here. But yeah, no, it's definitely a little stressful, but she takes on most of the work, so I can't complain.
A little birdie told me his name rhymes with Shmame Schminch. You may have talked to him a little bit earlier today, and he had mentioned to me that this might not be the last fight before the wedding. I'm hearing that you want that extravagant, big time wedding here. Is that the case? Is that really what's happening here?
No, I mean, my girl's a little high maintenance, so I might have to fit in another fight. Just kidding. No, I like to stay active. My last fight was August. If you look at my record and when my fights took place, I like to stay active, and I don't want to wait until after June. I'm gonna go on my honeymoon and everything. I would like to get at least one more in before then. I'm always ready, and I like to make money, so I'll be ready.
Money's good, man. Money's good. Fighting, you get to travel the world. I mean, things are good. It's all Ricky Simone right now in 2019. How about that?
Yeah, it's starting to. I'm starting to feel like a professional athlete.
That's awesome, man. So what's the weather like right now? Because I just moved to Cape Cod, so it's not as bad as it was being in the Berkshire Mountains on the western part of the state, but I know you're in the Pacific Northwest. What's the weather like right now? Is it cold there? Is it not? Is it kind of you can handle it okay? It's not too freezing, but a little on the colder side.
It's not snowing, but it's like in the 30s, and it's windy. And I don't have enough body fat on me at this point to be dealing with that. So I'm cold all the time. When I start to lose the weight for fights, I'm always cold. So this weather's not. I'm not agreeing with it. So I'm getting excited to escape out into Australia and enjoy some warm weather.
Awesome, man. Well, as always, man, thank you for the time. Before we get out of here, let people know where to find and follow you on the web. Any shout outs, any sponsors you want to shout out? Go right ahead, my friend.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you can follow me on Ricky Simone UFC on Twitter and Instagram. I have a fan page on Facebook, Ricky Simone. And I would like to thank Feed Me Fight Me for the sponsorship. They've been giving me these dope donut clothes for a while now. Ball Wash, the balls out, and Northwest Therapeutics.
Cool, man. Thank you for the time. Good luck in the fight, the travel, all that good stuff as you prepare for Rani Yahya and your upcoming nuptials in June. Hopefully we get to talk before that because I know you want to get another one in before there. So thank you for the time, man. Enjoy the rest of your night and best of luck.
Yeah, thank you so much.